Imagine yourself stepping into a world far removed from the clamor of your daily grind, a place where time seems to slow, almost pausing in reverence. You're standing at the threshold of an old bookstore, the kind that smells of aged paper and forgotten stories, nestled in a quiet corner of a town you once knew. The air is cool against your skin, carrying the faint mustiness of leather-bound tomes and the subtle sweetness of polished wood. Outside, the world hums distantly, but here, it's as if the noise is muffled by an unseen barrier. You can hear the soft creak of the wooden floor beneath your feet, each step a gentle echo in the stillness. A breeze slips through a cracked window, brushing against your cheek with a whisper of autumn, and you notice the faint rustling of leaves skittering across the pavement outside. A sound so delicate it feels like a secret shared just with you. As you move deeper into the store, the light shifts, filtering through dusty window panes in golden slants that dance across towering shelves. The texture of the air changes, heavy with the weight of countless pages waiting to be turned, and you run your fingers along the spine of a worn book, feeling the roughness of its fabric cover, the slight give of its binding. Somewhere in the distance, a clock ticks lazily, its rhythm uneven, as if it, too, is reluctant to rush. The silence here isn't empty. It's alive with the soft murmur of memories, the kind that linger just out of reach, teasing the edges of your mind. There's something familiar in the air, a presence or a voice you can't quite place, like the echo of a conversation you once had, stirring a quiet curiosity within you. It hovers there, just beyond your grasp, a thread of something warm and comforting waiting to be unraveled. Now, let yourself settle into this space, finding a worn armchair tucked into a corner, its fabric soft and slightly frayed under your touch. As you sink into it, the weight of the world seems to press down on you, the endless meetings, the deadlines that loom like storm clouds, the constant juggle of family needs pulling at your every moment. I know how loud the world feels right now, how it drowns out even your quietest thoughts. Maybe you've noticed how the laughter at family dinners feels a little more forced some days, or how the morning commute, once just a routine, now feels like a battle against an unending tide of noise. Perhaps you've caught yourself staring out a window, longing for a silence that used to come so easily, a time when you could hear your own heartbeat without the clamor of responsibility ringing in your ears. There's a heaviness in those moments of solitude, isn't there? A quiet regret for the simplicity you've lost, a fatigue that seeps into your bones from always being the one who holds it all together, and a longing for a refuge where the world can't reach you. And in those thoughts, As you sit here surrounded by the gentle hush of this sacred space, there's that flicker again, that elusive whisper at the edge of your awareness. It's closer now, a voice or a memory, soft as the turning of a page, calling to you through the haze of your weariness. It's been there all along, hasn't it? In the quiet sigh of the wind outside, in the faint scratch of a pen you imagine someone once used to scribble notes in the margins of these books. It's as if someone is waiting to speak to you, to remind you of something you've forgotten amidst the chaos. And with each breath, that presence feels a little nearer, a little clearer, though its shape remains just out of sight. And then, as if summoned by your thoughts, I'm here. It's David, the old bookstore owner who always seemed to know when you needed a quiet corner to escape to all those years ago. My voice is soft, a low murmur blending with the ambient hush of this place, the faint rustle of my flannel shirt as I move closer, the gentle tap of my worn boots on the floor. I've been waiting for you to return, to sit here among these shelves where the world can't follow. Do you remember the smell of rain on those late afternoons when you'd hide out here? The way it mingled with the scent of old ink as we sat near the window, watching droplets trace lazy paths down the glass, or the sound of that little brass bell above the door, its chime so faint yet so distinct, announcing nothing more urgent than another soul seeking shelter. And those winter evenings, when the radiator hummed its steady warmth, and I'd hand you a chipped mug of coffee, the steam curling up to warm your face as we talked about nothing and everything. Those moments are still here, woven into the very air of this place, waiting for you to breathe them in again. I've held onto a memory for you, something I've wanted to share, something that's been flickering at the edges of your mind since you stepped through that door. Do you recall that day, years ago, when the weight of your first big promotion felt like it might crush you? You came in here, shoulders hunched, and sat in this very chair. I didn't say much at first, just let the silence do its work. But then I pulled a small, tattered book of poetry from the shelf, a collection of words about stillness and strength, and read a few lines aloud. My voice was quiet, barely above a whisper, but you listened, and I saw the tension ease from your frame just for a moment. That was the day I knew you'd always find your way back here, to this refuge, because you understood then that quiet isn't just the absence of noise, it's the presence of peace. That memory, that shared stillness, has been waiting for you, a reminder of the strength you carry, even when the world feels too loud to bear. I see how much you've been carrying, my friend, and I'm here to tell you it's okay to set it down, even just for now. Let the weight of those endless to-do lists, the pressure of being everything to everyone, slip from your shoulders. Feel the coolness of the air in this room seep into your skin, washing away the heat of stress, and hear the distant rustle of leaves outside, a reminder that the world keeps turning, even when you pause. You don't have to be the rock every moment of every day. Sometimes it's enough to just be, to let the quiet hold you as I'm holding space for you now. You fought so hard to keep everything together, and I'm so proud of you for that strength, that grit that keeps you moving forward. But strength isn't just in the pushing, it's in the resting, too, in allowing yourself this sanctuary to recharge, to remember who you are beneath the noise. And as you sit here, let's think on this together. Solace isn't something you've lost. It's something that transforms with you. The noisy world, with all its demands, doesn't erase the quiet within you. It just teaches you to seek it in new ways. That longing for peace you feel, that ache for refuge, it's not a weakness, it's a compass, guiding you back to places like this, to moments where you can breathe. I think of time as a river, ever flowing, sometimes turbulent, but always carrying you towards still waters if you let it. And in the grand weave of life, your struggles are but threads, not the whole tapestry. There's beauty in the spaces between, in the silences where you rediscover your own voice. You're not diminished by the chaos. You're shaped by how you choose to meet it. And choosing to rest here, now, is an act of profound courage. Feel that golden light from the window again. Its warmth, a quiet echo of the first moment you stepped in. A promise that peace is always within reach, no matter how loud the world becomes. As we linger in this shared stillness, I want to leave you with a final scene to carry into your rest. Picture this bookstore at twilight, the shelves now bathed in a soft violet glow, the air cooler still, tinged with the faint scent of evening, dew seeping through the window. My presence is fading, like the last breath of a sigh, my voice growing softer, blending with the gentle creak of the floorboards, the distant tick of that lazy clock. We've walked through memories together, felt the weight lift even if just for a while, and I hope you've found a sliver of lightness to hold on to. I'm stepping back now, leaving you in this quiet refuge. But know that this place, this peace, is always here for you to return to. Before I go, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me of a moment that lingers in your heart, a memory of quiet that still soothes you. Share it below if you'd like, and let it be a small offering to this space we've shared. Rest well, my friend, and remember, the quiet is never far. Goodbye for now, with all the warmth of an old friend.